Alright, well, it's May 8th, or 9th, I think it's 8th. Kind of sort of getting a start back here. See, I got some dirt moved in. Got the liner in today. This is, of course, as you can see, a plastic insert liner. It's not a, one of the rubber ones. Loki, stay over here. The fence isn't closed. Man, I'm exhausted. Had to work today. Got off, went and took a load of trash to the dump, and then picked up a yard of dirt, and then went and picked up the liner from Lowe's. This is 270 gallons, I think. I think it is 91 inches by 72 or 71, something like that. 270 gallons, I think. I think it is 91 inches by 72 or 71, something like that. Man, I'm tired. Can't even think straight. So I just finished the water feature out front. Well, it's not finished. It's finished for now. That's where most of the dirt went. This is not a full cubic yard of dirt. Probably, I don't know, a little over half of it went up there to finish that off. And then what's left is this right here. I work during the week, and they're only open through Saturday. So today's Saturday. And I only had time to get in one load. I should have gotten 2 cubic yards. My truck will hold 2, but I didn't even think about it when she asked me how much. I was thinking for some reason that I'd picked up 1 cubic yard last time. I guess I got 2 because it was about a half a bed load of dirt this time, and last time it was a full bed. So anyway, I'm rambling. I'll of course need to pick up more dirt next Saturday. I'll have to wait a full week because I won't be able to get to it during the week. They close at 3. There's no way I'll make it back to Denton before 3. So this is about as far as we'll get for now. I'll pick up at least another 2 cubic yards next Saturday, and start filling in this section here, and then I'll position the liner. I'll have to dig out some of this, so that'll give me some dirt, because this is too tall. As far as like right here, this, so I'll have to dig that out, and I'll move that dirt over. Of course, that outdoor heater is going to be moved. I'll walk up front and let y'all see how far I've gotten on the front water feature. It's alright. It didn't turn out as good as I would want it to because I need some bigger stones than what I ended up getting. I just couldn't find any around here that were like real big ones that were big but not too big. And I bought the biggest ones that I could find that were small enough to actually move by myself. They had other ones that were...
Alright, so here's what we got so far. The truck's kind of in the way still. It's sitting up in the yard because I was unloading all this. So this is going to be planted, all this hill. That's what all this is for. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. You can see how it's tiered. It's got like steps. So there'll be plants on there. There'll be plants up in top. Same thing back there. I still have to go in and foam in between the rocks and put some gravel in there and all that fun stuff. I gotta fill in down here with some gravel in the bottom. It's kind of a difficult area to work in because I've got to work around my water faucet here, and then I got a sewer clean out there. I put a paver stone on it and halfway buried it to kind of hide it. And of course I got my electrical over here, filters right there. I'll plant plants around the filter. I could have put the filter up there. It'd be easier to hide it, but then it would be harder to get to, and if it's hard to get to, it's probably not going to get cleaned out. So right there, easy to get to. I'll be a lot more likely to clean it. This is just going to be like a goldfish pond with some plants in it. It's not going to be anything crazy, no koi or anything. It's too small for that. I think I see a leak. I do. I can see the water here. I see the water splashing out in there. That's why I got to get some foam put in. The water's splashing out and coming down in here behind these rocks. I'll have to adjust that. But there's that. Oops. Getting started on the back one. The back one's going to take a long time to get done. Just because I don't have the money to buy everything at one time. So I've got to get gutters. I've got to get this wood fixed here. And then get some gutters put up. So it stops all the pollen and stuff that gets on the roof. We've got to keep all that from getting washed into this. So, but there you go. This wasn't exactly meant to be like a full-on waterfall. This was supposed to be like a spring where the water's just bubbling out of the side of a hill, and I think it turned out all right. Get the rocks filled in that way, because right now a lot of the water's going under the rocks. Once I get all the foam done, it'll have more water flow. Get the plants in, then it won't look like just a pile of rocks. They'll kind of help to blend it into the surroundings. And then at some point I've got to finish making the retaining wall here, raise this up, and find some plants to put in there. But I kind of like the way the top turned out. I wasn't sure how I was going to hide the little waterfall spillway box, because you see the ones on YouTube where you can see those plastic boxes, and it just takes away from the look a lot. So I just crammed a bunch of rocks in it, and it seems to have worked. Water's still coming out perfectly. It's not overflowing out of the back, which is what I was worried about. If you restrict the flow of water out of the front too much, the water will overflow out of the back of it. But it seems like this is doing okay. So, alright, well, I'm gonna get ready to go inside. So y'all have a good night. Finally getting around to finishing this project. Pulled this all apart at the middle of last summer. Just now getting around to getting it fixed.
No!
Adria's gonna do it for me. I'm done.
No. No!
You can do the rest of it.
No. She's not doing it.
Okay, you can.
No, I'm not doing it either. Can I please?
What? Yes, you can go get some water. I was joking. But you better come back out. I don't want y'all staying inside all day. And you see, I had to replace quite a bit of rotten wood. All the fascia and the eaves were all rotted out. You can still see, I mean, there's some, it's pretty dark up there. I don't think it'll focus. But had to replace, so I should have got a picture before I put this on, but basically from right here down to right about here, I had to replace this tail end here, this, whatever this is called, that goes behind the fascia. It was all completely rotted out, and had to do the same thing down there. So basically down at that end was rotting out. This center piece was okay. This was all rotted out. And that down there is actually in pretty decent shape too. So the decking on the edges is in pretty bad shape, but there's really nothing I'm gonna be able to do about that. Just try to extend it until time to get a new roof. This roof is horrible. It leaks so bad. It's not even that old. Whenever they put it in, they did a terrible job at installing it. But I'm just gonna do a light sanding on it as far as this goes, and then I'll paint it. I built a little cleat here to hold my eaves up, because granted those aren't heavy, they're just so long it's really difficult to do it by yourself to put them up there. So I made this where I can just screw it on and hold it up there. I also added, so this is the rafter or whatever you want to call it here, and then on this side I added another piece that goes back into the ceiling about 2 or 3 feet. And the reason why is this one is starting to rot, but at some point they come through and they cut the tail end of all these halfway through. I'm not sure why. Some idiot was just up there cutting something on the roof and sliced straight through these halfway, like this one, that one, that one, that one, and I think 2 or 3 more on this side. You can kind of see it on the camera. It's right about there. I'm sure that was when they were building the house. Someone was up there cutting a piece of plywood and had the saw blade down way too low and just sliced right through all those. They didn't bother fixing it. They just left it. And see, they did the same thing to that one down there. Right, that last one on the end there. So, yeah, I'm gonna pull that stuff down too, but I'll pull that down once I get the rest of this put up. So, still a lot to do.